and good morning, good afternoon, and a very good evening to you, the good and wonderful people of the tube. Hope you're well today. Hope you're feeling grand. All is well in your world. Carrying on the jazz thing from yesterday, I've been infected by the jazz, man. Anyway, hello. Welcome to A&Q Thursday, everybody. Let's get to question one today. My screen is all dusty. Okay, so question one today is it worth trading the Zoom G5n for a Boss Katana? I know they're different things, but my goal is to reach the tones quickly while studying music, and when I want to learn a new song, I try and get the artist's tone. So I wonder if a Boss Katana would sound better and would be easier to tweak than the Zoom G5n, because sometimes I take more time tweaking the tone than practicing the song. Yeah, I would say yes to that. I love the Zoom G5n. I really do. It's an amazing, amazing pedal. I really do love it. But it has its problems. And it's not the easiest pedal to mess with. Plus, also, it's got that stupid processing thing. And the scroll function, which is just vile. Zoom! What are you doing? But it's got a weird process thing where you can, after a certain amount of time, you can't add any more effects. So if you're after like a very heavy laden effect thing, you can't do it. I would definitely recommend changing it to a Boss Katana. I wouldn't necessarily the 50, but the 100, definitely. In all fairness, the 50 will do the job as well. But I was just thinking, with the 100, you have the ability to get the K switch as well, the foot switch that goes with the Katana. That just brings out a whole new world. And it is really easy to dial in tones on the Katana off the top panel. You do not need the Tone Studio to get an amazing sound out of a Katana. It's just literally the best amp in the world, the Katana. It's just insane. Boss absolutely whack straight out the park. I really nailed it with the Katana. It's insane. My God. There isn't enough good words in the world for me to talk about the Boss Katana. There really isn't. It's just literally insanity. It really is. It's just amazing. But I would personally, if it was me, between the Zoom, was it the G5n? Between the G5n and the Boss Katana, I would definitely go for the Katana, personally. And if you 50 or 100, it doesn't really matter. You've still got the opportunity to have foot switchable. But the 100 is where I kind of would go. But again, you can't really go wrong with a 50 either. Again, you still don't need the Tone Studio to make it sound good. And again, because it's all on like the top panel, you can just like tweak it, and then that's it. You know, it's very easy to kind of get the sounds then and there. And it is just it is an amp of a million voices. That thing. There's not. I personally believe there isn't anything you couldn't get out of that amp. I would find it really hard to believe there's a tone in that amp. A tone out there that you can't get out of that amp, if that makes any sense. You know, just given the right amount of time, right amount of tweaking with it, you'd be away. Some you'd obviously definitely need a Tone Studio for if it was a little bit more in depth and this and the other. But mostly, I think you'd be sorted with a Boss Katana. It is one of those just do all amps. It's just ridiculous. I praise it from up on high, the Boss Katana. I have to because of how good it is. It's just ridiculous. So for me, I would recommend it. But again, try before you buy if you can. Don't just take my word for it. Go and try before you buy. People of the tube, this question goes to you. If you had a choice between the Zoom G5n, if you've tried it, and the Boss Katanas, which one would you go for and why? Which one? Would it be the multi-effects unit of the Zoom or the amp, the Boss Katana? Let us know in the comment section below which one you would go for and why. And like I say, to the guy who asked this question, try it before you buy it. Just because I say so doesn't necessarily make it so. So that's what I would pick. But go and try it because you never know. You might prefer your Zoom to the Boss. In which case, stick with your Zoom. But honestly, just go and try before you buy it. But don't take my word for like me saying the Katana's the be all and end all. It is for me. It might not be for you. So try that. Okay, so yeah. Anyway, hope that's the question. Gonna move on to question 2 now, and final question of today. Unfortunately, still getting used to these short videos. I still feel weird. I like doing 6 videos a week. But I think I prefer doing 3 long videos a week to just these 6 mini videos a week. I don't know, people tube, what do you think? Anyway, let's go on to question 2 now. So question 2 is, do you have any plans to do some live Q&A sessions? Yes, but I don't know when I'm going to have time. But that's one of the things that I think came up recently in another Q&A was like, you're not doing as many live streams as I used to. No, and it just comes down to time. I just don't have the time recently. I'm busy with one thing or another, and I just haven't had the time. Because when I do a live stream, I like to do it for a couple of hours. I don't want to do like an hour live stream. I think that's kind of like pointless. So if I'm going to do a live stream, I'd like it to be maybe 2 or 3 hours. But I will do another live stream at some point. It's just not going to be just yet. Well, I'll get to it at some point. But yeah, I do plan to do more live streams. I love live streams. I love interacting with people. I wish I could do kind of clinic stuff. I like that even more because then the people are there in front of you. That'd be ace. I'd love to do that at some point in my life. But I say it's not really possible at this point in time. But yeah, I'd like to do more live streams. The only problem with live streaming on YouTube is I can't play songs or teach songs because of copyright. So it's kind of like, it's a bit of a pig, to be honest with you. But there are things I can do on a live stream. But I did used to live stream more on Instagram because I can actually play songs on there. But it doesn't really matter. I mean, I still do want to do live streams. But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, anyway, quick answer to that one. Yeah, that's it. Wow, that was quick. Didn't expect that one. Anyway, yeah, sorry, that's caught me off guard of how quick that was. But anyway, PeopleTube, that's it. I hope I answered your questions okay today. Like I say, if you like the channels, if you like the channel, like the videos I do on this channel, please consider becoming a patron and Patreon. I can't help but cringe a little inside when I have to do plugins. It just makes me cringe, but I have to do it, unfortunately, because of the way things are. But yeah, if you do like what I do here, please consider becoming a patron of Patreon. It really, really helps. Like the patrons on Patreon are really, it's so helpful right now. I really can't understate that. It's so grateful to every single one of them on there. So thank you very much. If you are a patron on Patreon, thank you so much indeed. I really, really appreciate it. Link to that in the description box below. There's also a link in the description box to submit questions for A&Q Wednesday or Thursday. And yeah, just email me there and I'll get to your question. I'm actually running out of questions, believe it or not, PeopleTube. I'm actually running low on questions. I think I've only got maybe about 2 or 3 or 4 maybe videos left before I've maybe answered every question in my inbox. So if you have any questions, send them in now. But I've done so many of these A&Qs. I don't know how many more questions there are in the world. But I have to start going all deep. Like, what is the meaning of life? If I was to walk into a forest, what would I feel? If a tree fell in the wood, would it make a sound? If a hedgehog crosses the road in a berry, will anyone see it? Anyway, maybe we have to go down that line, PeopleTube. What do you think? Is that weird? Yes, that's weird. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this vid, everybody. By the way, I hope you enjoyed the intro jam as well. I don't know what, it was some kind of weird experimental thing. I wanted to mess around with the bass 6 today, so I hope you enjoyed it. It was a bit different. But yeah, anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, I'll see you again tomorrow for another vid. Where are we? Friday tomorrow, isn't it? Yeah, I have another Gibson to show you tomorrow. And this one's very, 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 very pretty. But it doesn't have a scratch plate, so I'm finding it really hard to play it. But it doesn't even have holes for a scratch plate. But it's a very, very nice Gibson Les Paul I'm going to show you tomorrow, PeopleTube. Again, thanks to Mike for lending me this guitar that you'll see tomorrow. The same guys have owned the Fireman and the Gold Top and the Road One. Massive thanks to him for trusting me with his guitars. Very, very grateful. Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow for that. And yeah, I'll probably do some blues on it. Try and channel maybe Peter Green, maybe. I might wield in the Super Reverb, actually. I might try it through the Super Reverb. The cogs are turning, PeopleTube. The cogs are turning. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, thank you very much indeed for watching, everybody. I'll see you again. Have a great morning, afternoon, good evening. Goodbye now.